Dan Tortora here with Gerry McNamara. First and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
So for you, this has been a long time coming, and like you had spoken about, it's full circle, it's surreal. You won a national championship with Syracuse. You went through Albany. Now you're back in Albany, and your home games are going to be in the arena where you won on the road to a national championship. Reflecting on that, is God that poetic in your life?
I hope so. Yeah. I'd like to think I'm blessed. So for it to be full circle, some of the things that have, the consistency in my life, I've always felt really, really grateful for the consistency in my life. To have spent, 20-some years in Syracuse, or 20 years, like I would have never thought all these years, going to Syracuse as a high school kid, all these years later, I'd still live there and raise 4 children there. To be 40 and have my chance, one that I feel like I'm going to be pretty good at and that I've earned. I just feel blessed, yeah. The fact that I have history in this place is pretty darn cool. My way to my only national championship, coming through this building is pretty neat.
You spoke about the fact that you came into Syracuse as a young kid, and you're leaving Syracuse with 4 kids, with your wife. What has all those years in between? They say our life has that start line and the start date and the end date and that dash in the middle. What's that dash in Syracuse look like for you, of going in as a teenager and coming out a father of 4 with a support system and a wife that's obviously been incredible?
Just joy. A lot of joy. Damn it. You got me, Dan. You got me. Just a lot of joy, a lot of love, a lot of gratitude. I've done my best I knew you guys. I've done my best to avoid getting into it because I knew it was going to be on my mind today. I'm just really, really grateful. I'm truly grateful for the people. The school district has just been remarkable to our kids, our neighborhood. The Lynch, Emily and Mike Lynch from the football program. Steve and Amy Semino, our neighbors, said we've just had such a great personal life around basketball and in the Syracuse area. We're it's emotional.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, Central New York and Upstate New York has meant so much to you. How would you describe that community? People complain about the snow. They complain sometimes it's cloudy, but you have built a life there with your family, and you're going to stay in Upstate New York and Albany. But to reflect on Central New York and the Syracuse area, why has that become a home away from home from Scranton?
It's similar. I've always just kind of resonated with blue-collar people. The snow and all that, man, I don't pay attention to all that. Coach said it a long time ago, it's the same temperature in the gym.
Yeah.
Every day. Temperature doesn't fluctuate. So regardless of what's going on outside, we wanted to be in the gym anyway. So, I don't worry about what the people say about the Cuse. It's about the people and the experiences you have with them in it. And we've just been really blessed to have some incredible ones.
I sat next to your mom and dad today. They're right on the other side of the aisle. They were at all 135 games. They're here at the press conference. Will they be at all the Siena games now?
I hope not. I would love for them to be, but they're getting a little older. You're adding a little bit more time. The Syracuse to Scranton drive when you're 20 years ago was a little bit easier than Scranton to Albany, and I think we'll do our best to make sure they get up here a few times a year. I hope my dad's crazy. You know how he is. He probably would try to get every game, but I'm sure they're going to be doing a couple road trips from Scranton.
You get the introductory press conference the night after Caitlin Clark drops 41 points in the MVP arena and has 9 threes, which ties a record for Division I women's basketball in a tournament game. In a shootout in your prime, you and Caitlin Clark, what do you think?
I don't think it's close.
Okay. Which way?
Come on, you know me well enough. Nah, she's incredible. To see it in person here, she's a remarkable player. Her vision, her flair, she glides across the court. To watch her from an elevated position, she goes pro lane to pro lane. Yeah, I've seen a lot of great women's players. She's the best I've seen. hands down.
I have to get personal with you for this one. Between you and I believe I've covered you for over a decade, and you and I have had the opportunity to talk on the show many times. We've done videos standing at a locker or a phone call. I honestly can say the pillars that you said about trust and transparency and things you want to build, you have for over a decade been true to who you are. You look people in the eye. You find a way to let people know that they're seen and they're respected. You don't put people on different levels and treat people differently. And I mean, honestly, it's not so much a question as a thank you that when I came back to my hometown of Syracuse to continue my career and to open my own business, you treated me with the utmost respect. And the reason why I drove down here today is because of you. So it's not really it's not a question. It's more of a thanks. And I want people to see the type of man that you are on camera. And I want to thank you on camera.
That means a lot. I appreciate that. And I think it kind of justifies why I feel like I'm ready to do what I'm doing here. You know, if you do it the right way and people take notice of it and treat people right, you can impact somebody. The hell am I coaching for if I can't do those things?
And it was funny because you came to Syracuse when I was going down to Scranton at Marywood University. And you came to ESPN down there at Time Shamrock Communications when we first met. And I remember taking you over to my cubicle, showing you the teams that I support, and Syracuse was on the top. And now that was over a decade ago. So how
Full
fast?
circle, brother.
Yeah,
Full
how
circle.
fast has it gone,
Yeah.
though? It's gone
Too
pretty
quick.
fast.
Yeah, too quick. But just so many great experiences. When you're having fun, that's what they say. Time flies, So just a great, just happy. I'm happy. I was happy in my professional life, and that's goes a long way. And I was happy at Syracuse and thrilled with this. And again, just professionally, I've been really blessed. So it's made my personal life just, smooth sailing.
Awesome.